Good evening, everybody. How much time?
We've got about 25 minutes, sir.
Perfect. I know that you have been hearing since afternoon, and in the morning also we had some learning, and already a lot you have gone into the day, but let me see how much more I can make you to stay here. After hearing Dr. Velumani, you know that life is not that difficult, and being poor is always, you have advantage to you, and when you have nothing to lose, generally you tend to do more than what others expect you to do. I've heard him many times, and he's one of the finest businessmen we have seen from the South in the recent times, and after hearing his presentation, I can continue from where he has stopped. For me, I'm not the family, but I've been with the business for the last 26 years. When I joined the company, it was a 6 crore company with 60 employees in Kerala, and I'm a professional. As a professional, I joined the company as a director of finance when it was a 6 crore company and with 60 employees in Kerala, and thereafter we took the company to other places. So most of you here, you are working as in a company, or if you are running a company, I think you can take me as a case study. To become successful, you don't have to own a business, and if you want to enjoy the business, you don't have to own the business. You can always run a business, and you can be as good as or as bad as any other businessman. So first thing is that you need to have a mindset of an employer, even if you want to be an employee. And an entrepreneur is a person. The difference between an employee and employer, some of you need to be very, very clearly understood. How many in your company or where you are working, the people who go to the office go back home, they are employees. The people who will go to the office or the factory and they go back home, they are employees. The people who go home to go back to the office, they are employers, and they are called entrepreneurs. Please identify in your company how many employers you have in your own company and how many entrepreneurs you have in your own company, and encourage them. They will take the company to the next level. So, in business, passion is required. Strategy is 20 marks question in a degree. It becomes 5 marks question in a post-graduation. It becomes 2 marks question when you really go to Harvard or a Wharton Business School. So strategy is something which I personally believe that you believe in your core competence, you believe in what you're thinking, and you do not care what others say, and just do that the way how you think it is right. And ignorance is not bliss in business. Ignorance is bliss is only in falling in love. Then less you know, good for you, but as far as the business is concerned, more you know, it's good for you. So you cannot be ignorant in business. As long as you say that I'm not ignorant, I know what I'm doing, and I've seen everything what's happening around the world, and I'm doing it, man, that's the right way of doing it. Disruption was there much before we were born, and disruption was there for the last 500 years. Whoever have succeeded, they have succeeded only because of disruption, but now disruption has become a fancy word. Startup has become a fancy word. Making losses become a fancy word. Cash burn is a fancy word. Raising money is a fancy word. But all this was there. Without this, nobody would have come to this level. Whether it is Ambanis of the world, or the Velumanis of the world, or it's LGs of the world, or Watsons of the world. Everybody have come through the same route. One day you need to be a startup. You need to raise the money. The only difference now is that there is so much of opportunities available. One can do whatever he wants to do. The story of Jyothy Laboratories Ltd is very simple. It's a bottle of 4 drops Ujala. It gives you the whiteness and brightness, and you put it in a bucket and just dip it, and it becomes white and bright, and it remains like this all the time. So it is a simple product with 75% gross margin and lots of competition. And generally, we don't care for the competition, because when competition cares for you, why should you care for the competition? So we just keep on moving the way how you think. So we were there in Kerala. From there we came to Tamil Nadu, and after brightening Kerala, after brightening Tamil Nadu, we went to Karnataka, then we went to Andhra Pradesh, then we went to West Bengal, then we went to Delhi, then we went to all India. So we didn't see what others are doing. When we launched the product, we were 5%, 95% was Ricket Coleman of Robin Liquid Blue was 95%. But we started from Kerala, and we just followed the way how we think is right. So do not change your strategy or thinking because of your competition. If you change, then already you are in a trap. Somebody is giving a bucket, you don't give the bucket. Somebody is giving a mug, you don't give the mug as a free item. Somebody is giving 20% extra, you don't give 20% extra. You need to be doing something different, and that's the way how we went All India Ujala. And in the last 33 years, out of that 26 years, I'm in that 33 years of journey from 1991. None of the month we have sold less than the previous month. None of the year we have sold less than the previous year. None of the year we have made money less than the previous year. Thinking is simple. We make business to make profit. We run the business to make profit. And for us, making profit with peace of mind, making profit with self-satisfaction and self-respect, making profit with lots of happiness amongst the employees is the foremost thing what is important for us. Rest of the things are byproducts of that. Rest of the things are byproducts of that, and we do not really worry neither on the market share nor on the share market. Both are there to see and enjoy. Both cannot be used actually. If you use it, you are a loser. Market share and share market. End of the day, what matters is the money in the fixed deposits. End of the day, what matters is the money in your pocket. And as long as you can sleep on November 8th and November 9th, the sleep is the same, then you are a successful businessman. Between November 8th and November 9th, if your sleep is the same, you are a successful businessman. So in Jyothy, the philosophy is to be as simple as possible. Simple is not I understand. Simple is my last salesman who understands. And in Jyothy, we do not hire intelligent people because intelligent people don't work hard. That's why they are intelligent. Never hire intelligent person, especially if they know they are intelligent, never even take their resume in your hand. Recruit the people who are intelligent, but they think they are not. That is where you make the success. Never take experienced people like Velumani said. He don't take experienced people because he was asked for experience some point in time, but we don't take experienced people because the most expensive people are the experienced people. For me, low cost matters. So I take non-experienced, especially the people who have studied with 12th or degree fail or degree pass is okay with me because selling Ujala, degree, no degree doesn't matter. It's Ayana Ujala, char bonda wala. How does it make the difference? So when you are successful, that is the time when you need to grow. And success is again relative, success is not absolute. And we never grow more than what you can chew, and we don't want to grow beyond if we can't maintain the speed year after year, year after year. Most of the people will try to grow 20%, then come to 10%, then go to 15%, then go to 12%. The best business is which you can predict yourself. You can predict that, okay, I grow at 12%, I grow at EBITDA of 15%, and my advertisement cost will be 14.5%. Come what may, this is the Lakshman Rekha I will not reach. Maybe here and there you can reach probably 5 percentage point, but not beyond that. But the best business to be in is competition is severe on you. Competition will teach you the lesson. So in Jyothy Laboratories Ltd, after launching Ujala, we could have been very happy with 75% market share, available in every third of the house, and 75% gross margin. We could have been very, very happy, but we knew that one day Ujala may not be there. It could be after 25 years or 50 years, we don't know, because there's nothing called fabric whiter in US, there's nothing called fabric whiter in UK, there's nothing called fabric whiter in Australia. So a developed country, when he is not having, you need to be thinking that what happens if it is not there? We have 39 factories, 17 locations, and we have 6,000 employees. What happens? That is the way we launched mosquito repellent, Maxo, and today we are number 2 in the country with 20% market share in coil, and in rural India we are number 1 with 33% market share. And brand is seen as number 2 brand, and we are extremely happy to number 2. Please note that number 1, number 2, number 3 for other people to know. And for you, as long as you make money, you are number 1. And actually the number 2 makes more money than the number 1 player in the industry, because number 1 want to protect the market share, he spends more and spends more and spends more, and number 2 person quietly makes the money in every business. In every business, the people who lose money are number 4, people who lose the money tend to lose money, number one, and number three and number two are the people who really makes money because others spend money on the category and these people start keeping the money. So you don't have to be number one, number two all the time. You need to be extraordinarily brilliant to be number two all the time so that you know that there is a scope for you to grow, and being there as number one in Ujala, we know how the plus and minuses of that. Thereafter we launched EXO, it's a dishwash bar. And whenever we launch a product, like Velumani said that we will not ask anybody whether it's a good or bad, we just launch. Our belief is 1.3 billion population, one Unilever, one Procter & Gamble, one Henkel, or one Jyothy, or two Daburs, or four Ramdev Babas are not sufficient. This country needs 100 Ramdev Babas. This country needs 100 Hindustan Unilever. So why should we give every business to one business house or two business houses? Country is growing, people are changing, their aspirations are changing. So disruption is, in simple terms, in a consumer goods is, if your product is better, it should be cheaper, it should be different, it should be faster. That's called disruptive. So if I can give a better product at a cheaper price in a faster way, in a different format, people will believe in that. That's called disruption. So any of the product which we launch, we make sure that we give a better product and people think that this is a great product. And the moment you know that you have given a great product and maintain the greatness all the time, then the market will come towards you. And then we acquired Henkel. And in Jyothy's success is in simplicity. We have across the country, people only believe in our company that we want to be number one in whatever we do. That's the belief, and they work towards that. And most of the people in the company in Jyothy, they're all hardworking like us. And hardworking means work is life, life is work. That's called hardworking. We do not believe in balancing anything other than the work. As long as we balance work, that's a big balance in this life. Next life probably will balance our life and work together. But this life, we cannot do anything if we are fine with that. We are fine with that. And people who don't have work, that is the punishment. That's not a pleasure. When there are so many people who don't have work, when you give them the work, that is the best thing what you can do it. We believe in creating job, and we create the job to the needy. And when we create a job for the hungry. When we create a job to a people who feel that their life has changed year after year after joining Jyothy Laboratories Ltd. Across the segment, across the company, this is the philosophy. Anybody who wants to come to the company, I will have seen him, otherwise he will not be able to come to the company because you are taking the responsibility of him and his family also. All the 39 factories, 95% of our employees are women. 95% of our women in the employees in the factories are women. That's the best disruption which you could use, and that's the best strategy ever have used in my life, is having only women as the laborers at the factory workers, so that you will never have labor problems. Wherever you have women workers, there is no labor union, there is no labor problem. They will not go to the road. They will not say, down, down, Ullas Kamath. Because it's women, once in a way you get labor pain, that's all good news. You can always bear that labor pain, but you cannot have the labor problems. As a policy, Minimum Wages Act is a minimum wages act. It's not a maximum wages act. Most of the multinationals will pay minimum wages as a minimum wages act because according to them, that's the maximum wages act. Government said it's minimum wages. Government never said it's maximum wages. Talk to any of the MNC friends whom we have. How much you are paying? They are complying with the laws of the land. If it is 135 rupees, they pay 135 rupees. But they don't see the cost of living in that particular village or that particular town. So in Jyothy, we always see what is the money required for a family, about 8,000 or 7,000 or 10,000 in that particular village. All our factories are in the villages. We are there near Jammu, we are there in Samba, we are there in Midnapur, we are there in Mehbubnagar, we are there in Naxalite area, we are there in Ulfa area, we are in Bodo area. And we are always there where problems are there. Go to a place where there is a problem and create a job for the women, husbands will come back. Because when you give 8,000 rupees to a family, that's more than sufficient. Nobody becomes a Naxalite just for the... There's no fun in becoming a Naxalite. There's no fun in becoming a Ulfa member. There's no fun in becoming a Boredom member. It's all the circumstances will push them to do that. Create a job, they will do happily and they work with you. And we have set up the projects in such places, it makes me to feel very good that at least we'll have eradicated many, many such things. There is no doubts. And they work hard, the productivity is very high, and when you have women workers in the factory, you feel like giving 1,000 more, 2,000 more, 3,000 more, you give. That will go home. For a man, you give 10,000 more, nothing goes. Nothing goes home, it goes elsewhere. So, if you want to do CSR, our company platform is CSR. Our Jyothy Laboratories Ltd is the foundation of CSR. Nobody need to tell us that pay 2%. Entire my company's expenses is towards the CSR only. And that's where the competition finds it difficult because the production cost is low, our damages are low, our transportation cost is low. People will sell your product with love and care and affection. That is where they will succeed when compared to the competition. And in business, you should be physically fit. When I say physically fit, it is not in a gym. When I say physically fit, your energy level, when you start the office at 8 in the morning, if you were to work till 7 in the next day morning, the energy level should be the same. The passion should be the same. If you have that, then you are a businessman. If you don't have, then you are an employee. The energy level should be there. That's the physical fitness. And you should have good mental fitness. What is mental fitness? Is he who is not consulting a psychiatrist, he is mentally fit according to you. That is not the mental fitness. Mental fitness in business is when somebody wants to irritate you, you should not get irritated. If somebody wants to make you upset, you should not get upset. If somebody wants to make you to cry, you should not be able to cry. If somebody wants you to make it to laugh, you should take it very seriously and saying that no, I'm willing to not going to do that. In other words, you should have control on yourself that nobody can disturb my mindset. Then you can run a company. And as a leader, you should be unpredictable. If you are predictable, then you are not a leader. If you are predictable, you are not a leader. If you are unpredictable, chances are there you might become a good leader. What is that unpredictability? Unpredictability is when people think that this Christmas we'll have a holiday, this Christmas will be double shift. When people think that demonetization, we are going to go away the target, increase the target after demonetization because 12,20,000 crores have come into the bank accounts, make them distributors, all this money will come to you. Correct? So these are all the small things we adopt and we always ensure that in Jyothy Laboratories Ltd, one of the key factors for our success is for us, customer is not first. For us, our employees are first. Customer comes last. And while all the business houses says that customer is king, for me, my king and my God, both of them are our employees. If I can't take care of our employees, it's not worth doing the business. If I can't make 6,000 people happy, then I should not be targeting 1.3 billion population to make them happy. If my own people are sad, what is the point in making everybody happy in this world? And that is the strategy. In our company, people can't afford to cry. If they cry, they're into problems. Because we ask questions. What's wrong with you? And we ensure that we do a lot of counseling for them in such a way that they get back to their energy levels as quickly as possible. And that's the difference what we bring in. And second aspect is Henkel acquisition. You can always grow organically. You can grow inorganically. When you know that organic growth is you are going to 10, 12, 13% or 15%, that is the time. Because organic growth is only taking the market share from the competition. Inorganic growth is something very important for everybody and keep looking for acquisition. That's the fastest route to grow in this world. Everybody uses that and we acquired Henkel. All of you know that Henko, Margo, Prill, Fa, they're all their brands and we acquired that loss-making business. 600 crore of carry forward loss, 400 crore of top line, and minus 4%, 4.4% EBITDA. We acquired for 685 crore. The whole world felt that this is a disaster for Jyothy Laboratories Limited in 2011. When you acquired, our market cap was 1,600, and within 2 days it came to 1,200 crore. 400 crore was lost in market cap because everybody felt that this is something which we never expected Jyothy to do it. We are conservative, we are honest, we are transparent, and how can they make a mistake of acquiring a loss-making 25-year-old company, Henkel? But between me and my MD, we knew very well that that can be a game changer for us. And within 1 year's time, we converted minus 4.4 EBITDA business to plus 14.5% EBITDA, a swing of about 20%. And they had 475 intelligent people. We retained 5 of them. And all our boys, that time we had 1,200 people, they sold Henkel products with grace. They sold across the country. Ujala is available in today 3.3 million retail outlets. Our 1,508 sales boys cover 6 kilometers a day, covering almost 9 lakh retail outlets a month. And they walk every day about 9,000 kilometers. So we are physically fit also, so we are able to carry all the products across the country, and rest is a history. That 1,600 crore market cap today is about 6,500 crore. In entirety, that market cap has grown because of Henkel portfolio, what we got. And I taken a loan of about 400 crore, and which we are able to pay next 2 years' time. We were able to pay that also out of their own business. So these are all the small things which you need to know, that when you want to grow, you need to be focused, and you need to see inorganic, and whichever the one which you feel that your gut feeling says that, no, I can do that, you should be able to do it. And as Dr. Ravelumni said, when you have nothing to lose, you tend to grow and you tend to win. And that's a good thing to say. It doesn't mean that rich people cannot become rich. As long as rich people become rich, poor people become middle class. If rich people decide not to grow, then it's very difficult for the poor people to come to the middle class, because somebody has to set up a factory, somebody has to have a business, then only other people can get in there. So that's on Henkel acquisition and inorganic growth. And going forward, we are extremely happy the way how we are growing, and we want to be industry plus 5% growth is what we intend doing forever. And so far it's going perfectly fine post demonetization also. And our dream is to set up 100 factories, only women. That 5% also we want to remove. Right now loading and unloading done by men. That also we want to remove and use the machinery for that, and have 100 factories across the country and reach 10,000 crore as early as possible. And we are not worried on the market cap. We are just worried on top line, bottom line, profit in the money in the bank is more important. As far as the raising of the money is concerned, please raise the money when you don't need the money. When you want the money, you'll never get the money. Please raise the money every year, every year, every year. So I raised the money just 4 days back also at 7.25%. At 7.2, somebody wants to give at 7.25%. What do? We will see later. What do we do? 400 crore money in the bank is very important. Now you get an idea that, okay, you have 400 crore money in the bank, then what do I do with this? Do I acquire something? Do I do something? But for us, money in the bank is very important for any business to grow, and shareholders are very important. 92,000 shareholders we have today, and happy shareholders. 500% dividend we give, and we continue to give that kind of a dividend in the years to come, because that's our dividend policy. So that's the Jyothy story. It's simple, hardworking, and result is evident to everybody. I can take the questions now.
That is a phenomenal story, Mr. Ullas Kamath. Also, guys, did you know that that he is a Guinness World Record holder? Did you know that? He holds the maximum number of airline boarding passes in the world and travels 202 days a year. That is insane. Tell us about that, Mr. Kamath.
Yeah. For me, I can't stay at the same place for more than a day. Because that's my weakness, it's not my strength. I never finalize anything on the email. Everything on face to face. If somebody calls me at 8 o'clock in the evening from Calcutta saying that, sir, I have some problem in the wholesale market, that is the time on the other phone I'll have SMS to my agent saying that book a ticket for Calcutta, the earliest flight. So if the flight is next day morning at 6 o'clock, I'll have told my person, I go to home now, sleep, tomorrow morning come to the airport at 8:45, let us discuss. And believe me, the fact that they know that I come in the immediate available flight, most of the times, problem will not be there at all. Any problem in any factory, I am there the next day there. And talk to the people who have problem, not to the manager who tells you the problem. Never believe in the middle management. Believe in the people at the bottom of that level. And yes, I collect, lot of things I collect to inspire myself. And one of the collections what I have is the boarding pass, and that's where the Guinness record is all about. I have more than 7,000 boarding passes. That's the number of flights I've taken in the last 20 years.
I believe Jet Airways is your favorite airline.
Yeah, everything.
You should ask for a share in the company.
That is the worst decision I've taken in my life. The company is going down. Only share which I believe in Jyothy Lab shares.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to Mr. Ullas Kamath. Thank you so much and absolutely appreciate it.
Any questions?
Sure, do you guys have questions? We'll take one. Cadbury's bar. No? All right, thank you so much. Oh, there's one? Okay. Let's quickly get a mic over here.
Yeah, I can.
No, just use the mic, sir.
Hello. Yeah. So when you bought the Henko, you said, Henkel. So what are the things, the figures on a balance sheet, or apart from the balance sheet you have seen, which made you take this decision?
When you fall in love, you don't see much. In business, when you are in the marketplace, anybody here, do you think that a Prill is a bad brand? Prill, Fa, Henko, Margo, Mr. White, name. They are all the finest of the brand managed badly. Then you know that somebody has managed badly. Who? 475 people there. So 475 people has managed the brand badly. Now, all you have to take is a decision in your life. I mean, this is all very important for you people, that when you want to change the tiles in the house, change all the tiles at once. There are some good tiles, don't worry about it. That happens, you need to remove. So we took a decision that this 475 people we don't need. That's it. Number one. Number two is that the business is always run on a gross margin, not on the net margin. Net margin is your fancy. Gross margin is the reality. And in this business, the gross margin was about 40%. And when you have a gross margin of 40%, you cannot be making loss unless you are very intelligent. You can't be making loss unless you are very intelligent. So we just did that, okay, this is a 40% gross margin, 400 crore is the top line, 40% is 160 crore, spend money on advertisement on 100 crore, 60 crore is more than sufficient, 60 is in my P&L is multiplied by 30 times 1,800 crores, so why need to worry about it? So this is the quick decision we take. Then we don't spend much time on due diligence. You trust in a fellow who sells it. It's a Henkel, 20 billion euro company, and why do you want to spend another 60 lakhs on a Big Four to get a due diligence? They'll take 3 months time, they'll give you 3,000 pages, and to read it, it'll take another 3 months time. By then, 400 crore turnover will have become 200 crore turnover. So these are all the quick decisions we took, and we finished within 30 days, we finished the transaction. 60th day, they got the money, and all over in 60 days time, and the business was ours. And good properties we got along with that in Coimbatore and in Karaikal, and that itself is half the cost. And believe me, loss is an asset in the balance sheet. For an income tax paying company, 600 crore, I saved 200 crore there. 200 crore I saved in income tax. 150 crore I got real estate. Net, I paid them 50 crore.